Hello everyone, and welcome to Biopedia. After the end of last episode, I wasn't entirely satisfied with my explanation of what NRAMP1 actually did. We covered it in very baseline detail, and I didn't feel it gave enough of an explanation. So, that's why you're getting a bonus episode with that explanation. I didn't feel I should leave it until my regular upload time, as this isn't really a separate topic, hence the Wednesday upload. So, with that, let's dive straight in. NRAMP1 codes for a cation transporter, essentially a protein which moves positive ions from one side of a membrane to another. In the case of NRAMP1, this includes iron, manganese, and cobalt. In immune cells called neutrophils, it is usually found within what is called a tertiary granule. These granules contain proteins needed to destroy pathogens, including NRAMP1. When an infection begins, such as with Mycobacterium leprae as we discussed last time, immune cells such as neutrophils and macrophages begin the process of phagocytosis. We're going to go into more detail on this in another episode, but very briefly, it's the process of engulfing pathogens and subsequently digesting them. When pathogens are ingested, this creates a phagosome, a membrane-bound organelle within the immune cell containing the pathogens. In the process of destroying these pathogens, tertiary granules then fuse with the phagosome and release their contents. In the case of NRAMP1, it fuses with the phagosomal membrane and begins pumping iron, manganese, and cobalt out of the phagosome. So why is this important? Well, all cells need certain organic compounds and ions to grow. As such, living cells are always constrained by what the environment can provide. If these are not provided, organisms cannot grow or replicate as quickly. So essentially, macrophages deny the pathogens they've just ingested the nutrients they need to grow. This is called nutritional immunity, in which the host tries to sequester resources in an attempt to kill off pathogens. The macrophages and neutrophils are essentially replicating this on a smaller scale. Now, if NRAMP1 is faulty, it cannot perform this job, meaning the pathogen is able to grow as fast as it likes within the immune cell, obviously still subject to the nutrients it's receiving. As we mentioned last time, this means that NRAMP1 has an impact on how quickly growth within immune cells occurs. I haven't been able to find a conclusive statement about what happens next specifically for Mycobacterium leprae, but you can imagine that, if the pathogen is being ingested but not digested, the pathogenic cells are likely to divide until the immune cell bursts, thus impacting the immune system's ability to fight back against it, and hence the impact we talked about last time. So, that's NRAMP1 and leprosy. We've spent quite a while with it, but I felt that my previous explanation didn't really explain very much specifically about the NRAMP1 protein. There are still some things that I haven't covered, such as how this mutation is inherited, but I think that we've spent enough time with it now that I can close this chapter out and move on to pastures new. If you have any questions, topic suggestions, or comments in the meantime, head over to biopediapodcast@gmail.com to get in touch. Thank you very much for listening, and until next time, have a great week.